All right, lesson 1.2, order of operations. To find the value of an expression, we evaluate. The rule that lets you know which operation to perform first is called order of operations. PEMDAS, when we talk about that, that means that we're going to take care of parentheses first. Then we're going to take care of exponents. Multiply and divide happen in the order that they appear. The same thing as with add and subtract. So you have to remember that we perform math operations just like we read a book, from left to right. So if I have 20 divided by 5 times 4 minus 6 divided by 3, I have to do 20 divided by 5 first, which is 4, times 4, which gives me 16, minus the 6 divided by 3, which is 2, and that would equal 14. So we perform multiply, divide, left to right in the order they appear, the same thing as with add and subtract. Whoops. Sorry, guys. 32. All right, example A. We are evaluating, and that says 2 to the 6th power. 2 to the 6th power is the same thing as repeated multiplication. 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Times 4 more is 64. So 2 to the 6th equals 64. 4 to the 4th power, well, that is the same thing as saying 4 to the 2nd power times 4 to the 2nd power, or 16 times 16. 16 times 16 is 324. All right, now let's do some evaluating. Does not equal 324, it equals 256. All right, let's look at examples A through F. We are going to evaluate using order of operations. I'll try to make this a little bit bigger. All right, I have 48 divided by 2 to the 3rd power. Well, 2 to the 3rd power is 8, so I have 48 divided by 8, which is 6 times 3 plus 5. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 5 equals 23. Let's look at example B. Example B is inside the parenthesis, I have to do 9 squared, which is 81, minus 9. That is going to give me 72. I have to take that and divide it by 12. 72 divided by 12 equals 6, and then I have to take that and multiply it by 5, which equals 30. Example C. When I take care of the 8 minus 3, I get a 5 times 3 multiplied by 3 plus 2, which is also 5. Oh, now this is just repeated, this is multiplication, and we talked about today in class how we can change the order of multiplication. So I'm going to do the 5 times 5 first, which is 25, times 3, which is 75. I could have also done the taking care of the 5 times 3 first, which is 15 times 5, and that is also 75. Okay? Let's see. Example D, I need to do, I have 4 times the quantity, 12 divided by 6 minus 2 is 4. The entire quantity squared. Well, 12 divided by 4 is 3, so I have 4 times 3 squared. Well, 3 squared is 9, so I have 4 times 9, which equals 36. Remember that we have to take care of exponents before we multiply. Let's look at example E. Example E, I have 2 to the 5th power, which equals 2 to the 5th power, which equals minus 6 times 2, which is 12, all over 3 to the 3rd power, which is 27, minus 5 times 3, which is 15, minus 2. So let's look at this again. 32 minus 12 is 20, over 27 minus 15 is 12, minus 2 is 10, 20 divided by 10 is 2. So 2 is my final answer. Our last example is an evaluate. We have to actually substitute in for the value of the variables. So when I substitute in, I have 2 times the quantity, 4 squared, minus y is 3, plus z, which is the number 2, the quantity squared. So 2 times 4 squared is 16, minus 3 is 13, plus 2 squared is 4. 2 times 13 is 26, plus 4 is 30. All right, our last question. The pyramid in Giza is a triangle. The Great Pyramid is a triangle. The base of each triangle once measured 230 meters. The height of each triangle once measured 187 meters. The area of the triangle, so let's write this equation down. The area of the triangle is 1/2 of the product of the base and its height. Find the area of one of the triangles on the pyramid. So let's draw a picture, a rough sketch of what that pyramid looks like. Okay, so here's the pyramid, and it said that the base of the triangle measured 230 meters, and the height of the triangle measured 187 meters. So if the area is 1/2 times the base times the height, we have to give the area of one of the triangles. So half of 230 is 115 times 187. 115 times 187 equals 21,505. 21,505, and that is meters squared, because area is square area. We have to make sure we square our area. And that is it. So now I would like you to get started on your homework assignment.